Bakushin on low track MF is a quintessential staller combo that has come in and out of favor over time. In recent years it has become quite popular in response to the prevalence of mid-height attack combos as well as unnamed YouTuber promotion. It's an excellent combo that has some strong matchups as well as some weaker ones. And in this How to Beat video, I will be covering some of the most straightforward and decent answers to Bakushin MF and Stallers in general. First up, I have Earth W105WD. I have this at 0 out of 10 because all you need to do is launch. This one's really simple because it's a low track stamina combo that won't be destabilized by Bakushin at the end, which is important for when your opponent has a lot stronger of a launch. In general, you really can't mess this up. Earth is more often than not really hard to knock out for Bakushin, provided you don't launch poorly. For example, if you use Mold 3 Libra or Burn, Bakushin may have an easier time taking advantage of them, but for this combo in particular, you don't have to be too worried about anything like that. Earth's hard to knock out, and it's very easy for Bakushin to get outspun. Next I have Flame 230 CS. I have this at a 0 out of 10 with the caveat that you don't 1v1 Swift. So provided you're not playing the Epic Bay YouTuber personality known as Swift MFB, you don't have to worry about some random Bakushin on MF outstalling your Flame 230 CS, because it's too tall for most Bakushins to come close to outspinning or destabilizing at the end. And even amongst my most close matches with 230, it still wins because it tilts over a lot longer than Bakushin can at the end. So in general, just launch. Next we have Medio L Drago LW105W2D. I have this at 4 out of 10, high IQ positioning. This is a low track left spin stamina combo that when weak launch can be a bit of a challenge for something like Bakushin MF to knock out. And because MLD simply cannot lose via outspin here, the Bakushin user has to go for a knockout. So, if you play according to that and position yourself intelligently, you can reduce the chances of being knocked out and pretty much sail to victory. Sometimes this is easier said than done. Next we have Duo on BD. I have this at 4 out of 10, another launch hard and pray option. This matchup is largely dependent on launch and patterning. And in this matchup, Bakushin's job is usually to bank hard to try and secure a knockout on you, so positioning yourself accordingly should help a lot. In a way, you can treat it like a same spin matchup version of the Medio El Drago matchup from earlier. In general, BD combos should be able to withstand stallers from a pure endurance perspective, but in reality, sometimes you can cut it really close at the end of the match, so don't count them totally out if the opponent went for a pure stall instead of knockout approach at the beginning. Next we have MFH Libra W105MF. I have this at 4 out of 10, kind of just launch hard. Libra, when available, fills a similar role to Bakushin overall, despite lacking some of the same slopes. With Mold 3 Libra in particular, you can make this a kind of perfect anti-stall staller, because Libra has excellent outward weight distribution. This means it'll rarely get outspun by an opposing staller, and makes it much tougher for said staller to bully it out. On top of this, being Mold 3 means that you can sometimes take a chunk out of Bakushin through Libra's low gap. Next we have Lightning L Drago 85 R2F. I have this at 4 out of 10, kind of just launch hard and pray. Low Lightning El Drago is an excellent pure attack choice here, as its metal wheels particularly low to the ground, and it spins in the exact opposite direction as Bakushin, leading to head-on hits every time. RF and R2F's great grip and shape help it catch the ridge decently well, and it can give MF a run for its money. When it comes to outspin potential, there's little to none, and you really just hope for a KO. Our final combo here is Pegasus on CH120R2F. I have this at a 6 out of 10 because it can be very difficult sometimes. And this is probably one of the few mid-height attack options, along with maybe Fang, that I would consider recommending. Most, if not all others, personally, feel way too risky to use into Bakushin since it'll be lower and going fast, which can be a recipe for disaster. Pegasus itself has exceptional smash attack from above. A lot of people call this hitting down. It hits down hard, and that can send Bakushin flying. Just like most attack matchups though, a lot of this comes down to luck and hoping to be on the right end of a wall save.